Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm
We have new video from a crash that sent welterweight boxing champion Errol Spence Jr. to the intensive care unit. The crash ejected the boxer, but miraculously, he is expected to be okay.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
It's been a miracle, and I'm a blessing from God that, I haven't had anything serious that would have had me out for a year or two, or just would have been, ending my career. None of them guys wish that I wasn't back so fast, but I am back, and I want to fight the top names in the division.
I have to ask you about your eye. We were all worried about you when you had to pull out of the Manny Pacquiao fight.
I want to fight, so
But you could have gone blind.
yeah, one eye. I got another eye, so.
WBC of IBF welterweight champion of the world.
That's why I sound back, and I told people I didn't want to tune on fight. I've been getting the second chance at life, and I've been getting the third chance at boxing. Nobody's more than Terrence Crawford. There's big fish on this side too that, I gotta fry. Like I said, I'm gonna get these belts over here, then I'm gonna come take Terrence Crawford belt because I said I'm gonna be undisputed welterweight champion of the world.
SDS Promotions.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Today, we're going to be discussing Errol Spence Jr. wants Tszyu Fundora winner. Can he beat either man? Now, yesterday we talked about the fact that Errol announced he would be heading to Vegas and he's interested in the winner. But that was met with a lot of, resistance. People were not happy that Errol was able to skip the line, but simultaneously not mad at Fundora skipping the line for 2 belts. So we're trying not to go back in that direction. My question is, do you think he can beat either man? Can he beat Tszyu if Tszyu becomes the winner on Saturday night? Or can he beat Fundora if Fundora is the winner? A lot of people don't know what Errol has left. So I do want to pose that question to the audience and see which one of the two, if not both, you think he can beat when we're talking about Errol Spence taking on either Tszyu or Sebastian Fundora if he happens to be the winner. So this is what we'll be talking about. If you're interested, you already know what to do. Hit that thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1 million subscribers, but we definitely need your help to get there. It looks like right now we are at 203,000, 592,000. So about another 500,000. About another 500 before we can get to that goal of 203,000. But like, Danny likes to say, he wants those bigger ones, those bigger numbers. So that'll be the million. First super chat of the day coming from AJ's Planet, $2. And he just puts the shark emoji for the big fish, Errol Spence. So he's happy Earl's back, which is a good thing. And looks like we already got a Cash App today as well, coming from Supreme Tax, that says, this will be a great show. Only if you call in. If we got no callers, we got no show. If you want to help your fellow man get through his day at work and your own, well, then you know what to do. Request and make sure you bring your best. But we do got King Amin of Essex on the channel. what is going on, my friend? And it looks like Danny has also joined us. What's up?
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, TBV community. This topic is interesting. I don't want to
Top of the
sound
morning, top of the morning.
I don't want to sound crazy, man, but Errol Spence, I think either of these fighters at this point, like, first of all, Tszyu is a puncher. That's what we know about him so far. I don't want to see Errol Spence get hurt. Like, am I the only one that still thinks like that? Am I too, the young guys?
So you jumping out the window. He can't be either man. That's your question? That's your answer?
Yeah. Listen, you pushed me. Hell no. And he has no business fighting as far as I'm concerned, given the fact that his last out. Now, I don't want to sound crazy. I'm not throwing a fighter away. Any man can be beat and they can return and rebuild. But if all the discussion was about the injuries and the issues going into the fight beyond the weight drain, for me, I don't even want to see him in the ring, man. Again, I'm not a doctor though, neither. So, but his fans and those that have either used his medical history as an excuse as to why he lost the bud, or shit, maybe they know more than me. They seem to think he was damaged goods before that fight. So, maybe I'm just, Johnny Compassionate, a bleeding heart liberal. I'm too concerned for the fighter's health or something. But hell no, don't get in there with neither one of these guys, because shit, one thing we know, Fundora, we have to be concerned as to whether or not Fundora can show enough restraint not to get into a firefight in a fight that he has a chance if he boxes well. So imagine him getting into a firefight with, say, an Errol Spence. It don't matter if he loses to Tszyu. Imagine what he would do to Errol Spence. I don't want to see that. That's just me, though.
Are we just completely writing off Errol Spence and not taking into consideration the, talent and that Terrence Crawford is? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know that. I think right now, if I'm being honest, right now, today, the day before the fight, I'd have to pick Earl over Fundora. I seen what
Any
Lubin was
reason why?
capable. I just seen what Lubin was capable of doing from that southpaw stance, and I think that Errol Spence is a more experienced, better polished, just stronger version of that. Again, I'm not saying it's like dead set for me, but yeah, I would pick him today, and I would also I'd probably favor Tim. I'd favor Tim over Earl, but both fights he can lose. Let's be clear. Both fights he can lose. I just don't know that. I feel like he's being written completely off. And I understand that he has one defeat. I understand that he has things that have happened, outside of his fights that have also affected, but, I'm not writing him completely off.
And that's what I'm not trying to do, Danny. I don't want to sound like I'm writing them off, but the way it seems as though this fight needs to be, how in Dubai they had Floyd.
Hey, King, I mean, first of all, fuck that. First of all, fuck that, King. I mean, that's what you're doing, but I'm gonna let you think about it. The motherfucker that called into the show yesterday talking all that fucking rah-rah Illinois, man, where the fuck y'all at? Where is y'all at? Because Iowa State got that ass whoop last night, motherfucker. And I ain't get no fucking DM. And I went to my hidden request, you fucking liar. Because I was ready to bet that money. Fuck wrong with y'all. But that's what it sound like you doing. I mean, it sound like you riding that boy Earl off, man. That's what it sound like.
I'm not writing them off, Danny. What I'm saying is, right, somebody like Earl, I'm just hear me out. Floyd and he had to fight on the helipad with the concerns. Again, nobody's addressing this because, boxing is smoke and mirrors. But at the same token, I'm hearing people, and I'm going somewhere, I'm hearing people ask for Keith Thurman's MRI. I'm seeing Keith Thurman walk out with the sling looking like Bushwick Bill on the album cover, right? So right now, don't fight either of these two guys. Him and Thurman and Spence need to fight on top of a hospital. They need to fight on a ring on type of Mount Cedar Sinai in L.A. Because again, the medical conditions that we should be concerned about more so than the skills. Is Earl, he's ready to return, but I mean, do we know for a fact that he's ready? Should we even care? Do we need to ask the same questions of him that we're asking of Thurman? Do we need to see paperwork? We need to see your medical records. Or is that
Hey man, I
violation?
don't think I don't think we got to do any of that. We don't require that in no other sport that we watch. And when we talk about the concern of the fighters' health and safety, I think it should only go as far as our fucking couch. Because at the end of the day, ain't none of us got no MD, ain't none of us been to medical school. You feel me? So these are just couch analysis that we have here, fellas. Look, man, we got first of all, he need a trainer. That's first and foremost. He need a trainer. You get what
I
I'm
mean, that's
saying?
the
You
easy thing, bro. Calvin Ford was already asked the question
oh,
and asked would
I
he train
disagree.
him. I think that's the easy thing. A big fish, everybody wants to train you.
Yeah, it's not about having a shortage of people that want or don't want to train you. I think the issue is at that level, you got to find somebody that is going to add to your game. You get what I'm saying? On top of that, you want to find somebody that is going to mesh well with you. That is, it's going to be a, you know, a union, right? You got to have that relationship. You got to have that understanding, that bond, if you will, with the trainer. Because if not, it ain't no just going through the motions at that point. Like you got to have somebody that you're gonna be able to connect with. I think, believe it or not, that could be a bit more difficult, just because he's worked with the same guy since he was an amateur. So
Bro, you could see him easily go be with Barry Hunter, bro. Like he's worked with Barry, he's worked with Kevin Cunningham. He knows them well. He could end up in Florida
see,
with Kevin.
I ain't know he worked with none of them.
He could end up in Florida with Kevin because of the Broner friendship, Kevin Cunningham friendship, Erickson Lubin friendship. So he could end up there. Another good state to lose weight in. He could end up in Barry's. He trained
People
in Barry's
suggesting
there.
yesterday, just being at Dev's Media Day, people were suggesting Ronnie Shields ain't too far. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah, I mean
seemed
that's
like Mel.
Houston though. That's that. You might as well go to another state. If you're gonna have to go to Houston every day or relocate to Houston. So you know what I mean. But yeah, Ronnie is right there.
Why you say that? You just saying because of the distance between the two cities?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I mean, you could look at it like that. I look at it like that's a 45-minute ride home. You get what I'm saying?
I
To
doubt
your
it's that
kids,
close, bro. Dallas
yeah.
to Houston, only 45 minutes?
Flying, hell yeah.
Ah, I see you funny. This is what I'm saying. He gonna have to relocate, fly on the weekends or some shit.
That's cool. 45 minutes is better than 3 hours. That's all I'm saying.
But that's all I'm saying, champ. That's like what I said from the beginning. You ain't understand. I said like
No, for sure.
if you gonna, fly to the next city, you might as well fly to another state and you know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not saying Ronnie isn't a world class. He's certainly world class. So that
No, I'm just
he could
thinking.
go
I'm
right
just
there.
thinking of like what he could get out of that in terms of like who he got down there. You got Morrell, you could get work with. Big Charlo, you could get work with. You know what I'm saying? So obviously you got Lubin down there with Kev. A lot of options, but I think the biggest thing is finding that connection. You get what I'm saying? You can't just have somebody holding the pads for you and telling you, what combo to throw. You got somebody, you need somebody you can connect with.
So the other part too, does this, the little controversy as far as, the alleged or questionable non-payment to Derek James, does that hurt trainers from showing interest? Or do they say, yo, I keep my business tight, so that was them. That's nothing to do with me.
No, I mean, I'm sure he's going to explain to the person, like, this is what I paid him. He just wanted X, Y, Z. Like, You paid him what you paid him. You know, he just wants part of the pay-per-view revenue. Like, that's not really how things work. And until he sets that precedent and, you know, has this a successful lawsuit, I don't think anyone is ever gonna give, you know, their trainer money off the back end. Like, yeah, they can. There's rumors that Crawford did, but on some bonus shit, on some I love you shit, on some we did it. You know, we rolled this shit out together. We made it here together type shit, not on some this is what I owe you because I did what I did. So I don't know, man. Shit's weird.
I mean, shit, he just got changed for the whole team too. You feel me? So it's like he clearly showing his appreciation.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we done finally got to this point. Whoop-de-whoop.
So on our community page, I set up a poll. I tried to put the live link so people that weren't watching the show could go, but somehow the link got broke. But you still can vote. Errol Spence Jr. wants, hashtag Tszyu Fundora winner. Can he beat either man? Vote below. And then you got options. He can only beat Tszyu. He can only beat Fundora. He cannot beat either. He needs tune-ups like they gave Joe Parker. And what I meant by that is, like, you know, those 3 tune-ups before Joe actually got to fight Wilder? Maybe if they give Earl 3 of those types of tune-ups, he can be back, just like Joe Parker came back after those tune-ups. Or, last option, 5th option, he needs to retire. That is on the community page if you're interested in voting. Right now, what you can vote on our live channel here at youtube.com/theboxingvoice/live is on whether or not you want to unlock the live chat. Remember, when we get to that magical number now that me and Danny have agreed on, he wanted 7, I wanted 5, we landed at 6, we open it up. Phone lines are open if you want to discuss and give us your opinion as to whether or not you believe Earl can beat either man, whether it's Tszyu or Sebastian Fundora or neither. This is what we're looking for. Yeah, man, Twitter, this is the second time. Yesterday night, it also just crashed and I had to restart this. I mean, you know, redo a brand new space. So we've done that, and here we go. What about, I don't even want to go down that road. Shout out to Supermax. I will keep it to this. I will keep it to can he beat either man? And I'm with Danny. I think he has a better shot at Fundora than he does Tszyu. You know, I think he certainly has a better shot at Fundora than he does Tszyu, but you can't deny that you know, Fundora could also be very difficult for you know, for Earl.
So let me just say this real quick as far as Fundora and Tszyu, because Tszyu, you know, I think he might be a little bit more disciplined in how he could go about defeating Spence. But I'm just saying, let's say Fundora with just one of those uppercuts and it's glancing, don't quite hit the chin. Earl try to slip it and it hits him right on the eye. You know, that's the kind of shit I'm concerned about, man. And again, forgive me for having that concern, but it's just when I look at how.
But is it only Fundora that concerned you hit him on the eye, or any fighter? Because that's what I'm saying. Like, one of my options was no, he needs to take 3 tune-ups. Are you of that? Like mindset, do you want him to get 3 tune-ups like Joe Parker did before Wilder? Like, what is it that you're looking for?
Kind of to see where he's at. Like, so boom. Like, from what, and this is me, from what I seen from Wilder and Parker, Wilder's not an assessment. He's not at that level. So we need to see him against a bounce back against a Zhang, a Gerald Miller. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where he's at right now. We haven't kind of seen where Earl is at, you know, on the bounce back.
Nah, you misunderstood me, because those are tough bounce backs. Joe Parker got like 3 nondescript names, bro, and then fought Wilder. And that's what I'm saying. Like, are you that fearful that you need Earl to have like 3 nondescript welterweights that you never really heard of, that are not on that level, just to get the juices flowing back? Like Joe, remember Joe fought 4 times last year.
Well, yeah, not maybe not nondescript, but maybe not You know what I'm saying? Not of the level. Maybe he needs some 54 guys.
Maybe
that,
some Peter Dobsons.
Hell yeah, that's a great fight right there. Like if you can get through a Pistol Pete, then you on Green Street. Like you know what I'm saying? I think that's a good fight to come back.
He
to
could
acclimate
actually
yourself
fight.
to the division.
He could fight Peter Dobson at 54. Bring up Harold Calderon. They had little Instagram beef before because of some rapper, that was saying Earl was ducking Calderon, and I guess he's from Texas, so Earl did respond. But maybe his Olympic training mate. Would we want to see him and Gachet, common opponent with Tszyu, who knocked down Tszyu?
Yeah, hell, Josh Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, those.
No, not Josh Kelly. I'm talking about Terrell Gachet.
Yeah, Gachet is all right. Yeah, he's good. He's a good opponent. But I'm saying even a Josh Kelly.
I mean, Josh Kelly might be fighting Bud for the vacant WBO if Tszyu does vacate. But I think I seen something where Tszyu already said he got to have a talk with his manager. He ain't vacating shit. But let me get to this counterpunch. Jay Billy setting it off. No Jay Billy, where you at?
What up?
He not even there. Oh, you don't have your hand raised. Are you busy now, champ? All right. Well, I'll go to the people's champ in the meantime. All right. Brandon, what up? Brandon. Cash Weezy, what up?
Yo, how's my audio, Ness?
I hear you now, Brandon.
I didn't realize I was muted, my bad. But I heard a snippet of this show yesterday. I wanted to call in, but didn't get a chance. So to piggyback off what I would have said yesterday, there's a saying, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. So when PBC ends up at the soup kitchen in the welfare line yet again without a network in a couple years, this is why. When my casual friends call me and be like, hey, who's this Tszyu guy? And I'll be like, oh, he's a pretty good young fighter. He's from Australia. He's been doing his thing. Who's he fighting next? Errol Spence. Talk about Errol Spence that got his ass beat? Yeah, that guy. Why he ain't fighting Bud? The business of boxing, I guess. And I ain't buying that shit. That's going to be the sentiments of the average casual fans. Why is the guy that got mopped the last time we seen him and fucked up fighting for the titles, and the guy that won the fight ain't fighting for the titles? And I just heard a bunch of guys trying to make sense of that shit. So yeah, man, that's ridiculous. How do you sell that, Ness? Just question, how do you sell Tszyu versus the guy that we last seen getting beat all around the ring instead of fighting the guy that won the fight?
I think you're just upset, and I don't mean that to trigger you. I mean, I get that, we would prefer to box and do the things right and, Tszyu fight Crawford because Crawford is the superior champion beating Earl. But you also got to understand that Crawford is about to be 37 and Tszyu is maybe 26, 27, and maybe his team doesn't feel he has the experience necessary to get in there with a two-time undisputed champion. And getting in with Earl gives them a gauge of where Tim is and where he can possibly be versus Crawford. It's still a business, bro. So you got to move these pieces on the board strategically.
It's still a business. You're right. You're absolutely right. It's still a business. And we've seen this formula for PBC on letting fights marinate, giving fans fights that they don't want to see, putting them behind a pay. How do you tell casual fans, spend $80 to see the guy who got his ass kicked all around the ring,
I don't think
veneers in the fucking front row, spend $80 on watching him fight Tszyu?
Yeah, but I
Not
don't
the
think
guy that
you've
did
seen,
the ass kicking.
I don't think you've seen Errol Spence's the people's reaction to Earl saying it. Like, he's still a big ass draw. Like, people care.
Yeah.
I mean, his message has 1.8 thousand retweets, damn near 7,000 likes, 567 comments. So there are people interested in his comeback.
I just find it hard to believe that when you were undefeated world champion against Ugas, you did what, 225, 250, and against Danny as an undefeated world champion, you did 225, 250. Now that you're no belts, and the last time we seen you were getting beat around the ring, that this is going to be a successful pay-per-view. But keep doing what you've been doing, PBC. It's the winning formula, right? You only on like your 7th fucking network.
I mean,
keep doing it.
He is on his most successful pay-per-views. His numbers went up. You know, he gave you the fight that you wanted. Like, see, this is the problem with boxing fans. He gave you the fight we begged for, and now he's no good. We ain't buying his next fight. That's what you're saying?
No. On your biggest pay-per-view you ever done, the most casual fans that have ever seen you fight watched you get your ass beat around the ring.
They watch you lose. They watch you lose valiantly. They watch you lose valiantly to the dude they thought you was. Of course they did. They watched you lose to the dude that the world thought you was going to avoid, and he didn't avoid him.
Man, they watched you get decapitated. Rainwater said the whole Dallas was laughing at this nigga. Rest in peace, Mo 3. Yeah. If y'all want to buy that garbage, go ahead and buy it. But that's the bullshit about boxing. That's the bullshit about boxing.
Fan. You were upset Bud fan.
Yeah, how about Errol Spence?
Hey,
shout out to AJ.
Tell the truth.
Shout out to AJ. Shout out to AJ. Shout out to AJ, a guy that really wanted to hone in on his craft.
Gotta go, man. Yo, you Earl fans gotta chill, man. I mean, you Bud fans gotta chill. Like, it's not Earl's fault that he did everything asked of him out, and this is his blessing. Just when y'all wanted him to retire and y'all thought he was done and it was no way back at the top, Al had a plan for his chosen one.
But Ness, I think you gotta listen to what the people's champ is saying. He's speaking for the people in some of the sense, because what I hear him saying is that the repackaging, the same questions that I had is like, whatever you want to see, is he still there? Does he still it's a reasonable question as opposed to putting him in there.
Bro, people bought Apollo Creed's comeback after the loss. Like, y'all acting like he lost and he's not marketable no more. Like, y'all act like he lost and he lost his ability to sell and draw. Y'all act like he lost and the world said, that's it, we don't care about him.
What you not convincing me? The people. He gotta convince the people.
He don't need to. Did you not see the reaction of the people? The people care that he's coming back. The people is happy. The only ones that's not happy, are the Bud fans, because they feel like somehow he's cock blocking. Somehow he's stopping whatever it is that Bud was after.
Nah, you missing what Brandon's saying. He's saying these people don't even not asking about it because it's Bud Crawford. They're saying the guy that appeared to get his ass beat. Like I said, I accept him as a fighting champion because fighters lose. But if the casual are saying, yo, this guy, he got his ass beat and now he's going to
casual?
Fight.
Brandon's not a casual, champ. Where the casual they called in?
He said when he speaks to his friends and people around him,
man, he capping for his call, man. What friends? He in a truck 12 hours. Then he said he go to the gym another 3 hours, man. Listen to that motherfucker. Only friends he got is us. That's why he calling every day.
People's champ. He's speaking for the people. He
my dude. Listen, I'm not of that mindset. Like, I'm buying Earl's next fight. How? Like, what the fuck is wrong with us as a community if I beg you to fight the baddest man on the planet, you do, and then I wash my hands with you? I'm throwing you out? Now you ain't worth a pay-per-view comeback. Now you got to come back off TV on a dark street in a back alley.
All of that.
That's what y'all saying. Y'all wilding.
No, he ain't got. That's why I said not nondescript. He ain't got to fight at the 23. He ain't got to fight in Philly. I'm not shaming that.
My dude, listen to me. Listen to me. A dude that was on the pound-for-pound list for that long. A dude that took belts from champions. A dude that went to another country to get his first belt. Why? Tell me, why don't he deserve to fight for a belt?
It's not about deserve. It's just what.
Well, that's what
might
they
work
making
for
it.
him.
That's what they making it. Oh, so now you worried about his well-being. So now you a doctor. Now you in the camp. Yeah, I mean, like, what did we like? Which one is the argument though? Is it his well-being? Is it the people don't want to pay? Is it ain't the right? He don't deserve it. Like, what is it? It feel like weird energy. Like people just mad he's in position.
Or maybe people are saying, like Brandon pointed out, he should do something similar to what AJ did. He should take a little bit of a different approach to it. There's nothing wrong with saying that, but people feel like
okay, but
that
this is
he's
the
less
thing.
of a champion.
But this is the thing. AJ showed you that throughout his career. That's what he do. What Earl showed me, he don't do tune-ups. This is him. This is him. Him not doing a tune-up. Him wanting the top. Him trying to show you he is the best. See, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know, dude come off the loss. He want to fight a champ. We downing him. We want him to fight a bum. Like, I'm telling you, this boxing we ain't going to get it right because we as a people don't understand the sport. Like, that dude's allegedly a hardcore who last called in. He was begging for Earl to give him a shot. Begging for Earl to give Bud a shot. Would call in how PBC is avoiding. They don't want the smoke. Earl gonna get his ass beat. Cool. He did what y'all thought he wouldn't do, my man. How is you still calling in the shit on the man? He did what y'all asked. Y'all said he would run. The motherfucker fought him. He ain't even prolonging and say, yo, I want my rematch and force you to watch that. Y'all still hating. He cut him loose. Go do your own thing, bruh. Go do your own thing. My company got me. Go do your thing. Y'all hating on him.
It's not hating.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is because Crawford didn't re-sign. He left. But now he want to be looking at over here, at the inventory over here, and y'all mad that PBC like, push that pawn. We blocking that.
To that point, I can't argue against that because that was Brandon's other part of his point when he was like, Crawford is not, you know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking to the part of taking a little bit of a step back on how he returns. And for me, he don't have to come back against a champion. He could take his time in coming back because I think that works better, and I've seen it work better. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, it worked for Joe Parker. But in the case of Earl, it worked not taking a tune-up. He beat Danny and Ugas.
That's true. That is true. That's true. He ain't taking no tune-ups.
Cash Weezy, what up?
Yo, what up?
What's good?
Yo, I'm still getting used to the Discord. I didn't know that tone means that I'm in, but what's good, man? I'm in the gym. I hope there's not a lot of background noise, but I'm digging the topic. So, Errol Spence, I'd rather see him fight Thurman, but you took the words right out of my mouth. Spence not a tune-up. He don't take tune-ups. He said that out of his own mouth. And so the fight would be on Amazon. And who would be the ring announcer? Do you know yet? Would it be Jimmy Lennon Jr.?
Yeah, I would assume Jimmy Lennon. They gave everybody a job back. All right, we lost you?
Yo, Enrique.
Well, my bad. My phone got interrupted. A phone call came in. Long as it ain't David Diamante, but just imagine, right, missing Jimmy Lennon Jr. announcing Errol Spence, and he's doing that kick in the corner of his ring, in the red corner, to fight Tim. Yo, that's not to be missed.
You mean the bull kick?
So I'm excited if that does happen. Do I see him victorious? I don't know, because I'm basing the ass whipping that he got against Bud as like he's a no good, damage good. So that makes sense because I just twisted that up. But I feel like I'm a casual fan. Errol Spence brings me out. There's no other name that's gonna bring me out to see Tim Tszyu. You feel me? Am I there?
We certainly feel you.
So
and
not even Terrence Crawford, bro. You ain't got no interest in that fight?
Crawford Tszyu? You don't like that more than Earl Tszyu? Whoa, you there? All right, we gotta move on. You got that bad service in the gym. We got counter punches. I don't know. Jay Billy, is you back? Jay Billy, is you back? Jay Billy. Okay, I see you there, which means you ain't back.
J Bill, J Bill.
Then we got G-Von counter.
Yo, good morning, TBV. What's going on, fellas?
What up? What up?
Top of the morning.
What's going on? Another beautiful day in boxing. You know how that goes. Every day is a beautiful day in boxing, man. Yeah, I don't know about this whole Earl shit, man. Don't get me wrong. I'm one of those guys that believes that something was off with Earl. I'm one of those guys that believes that honestly Earl should already fucking retire. But that's me. I mean, shit, the only reason dude survived was because he was drunk flying out that windshield. Like, that type of shit fucks up your body. You get what I'm saying? I'm not interested in seeing Earl go up against Tszyu. If he were to, like, say Tszyu were to win, why would we want to see Earl, a guy who got demolished, up against the champion? But yet those same guys calling in saying, yeah, we need Earl in another big fight, no tune-ups, yada, yada, all that extra shit, right? Those are the same guys saying, why the fuck is Fundora getting a shot at 2 belts now? Why is Fundora even getting a shot at a belt period after coming off a knockout loss? But Spence can get knocked out and all that shit, and he can get a title fight. You get what I'm saying? And if he gets the winner of whoever this is,
well, G-Von, my pushback, just as playing devil advocate for the mercy of the show, is that Spence is a 3-belt former champ, went to another country to get his first belt, and took every other belt from a champ, which that gives him the right to fight for a belt in another division, where Fundora ain't did shit. Just bottom line, he ain't did shit, let alone compared to Spence. So, yeah, there should be people pushing back on Fundora and not on Spence. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make that argument, you're 100% right on that. Spence definitely has a better fucking resume, career, all that shit than Fundora. Fundora's never even been a world champ. He's been a regular champ. You know, it is what it is. I ain't giving you shit on that. That's definitely right. But I'm just not interested in seeing this fight. I'm not fucking rushing to see this shit. I'm just really disappointed that Bud is asking for so much money. I'm disappointed in that.
Allegedly.
But I'm also disappointed in the fans. This goes back to the whole David Benavidez shit. You know what I mean? David Benavidez, exciting fighter, right? But the fans don't give a fuck about him. They don't really support him. Same way with Bud, man. He's an exciting fighter, 2-time undisputed, but don't nobody give a fuck. Bud is not a sell. Like, you get what I'm saying? And that's just sad to see all around. So he's pricing himself out, and he just can't open up his eyes and smell the roses and understand that these boxing fans don't really give a fuck about their fighters. You get what I'm saying? They don't support like they should. All these fucking fake ass dudes, all of them fucking streaming shit on Fire Sticks. Fucking thieves around here, Ness, I tell you, man. Surrounded by fucking thieves, man. I'll be calling in back later, talk some more shit. Shout out to you guys.
Shout out to you. Danny, off camera, Danny, check your messages, bro. Every day, same shit. Matt, would you rather take a cut of Spence pay-per-view or a Crawford pay-per-view, and you tell me how a fight with Spence don't make sense? Okay, so he's making it about money, but he's also from Texas.
Part of the reason why Spence is still a draw, because he can carry Texas. He's a big deal. I get all of that. But like the good brother that just called in said, man, it's some things that might have been obvious, or some things not so obvious as to why, this may be a tougher fight than what Spence, can handle at this point in his career. But, everybody's got their opinion.
Julian the Kid, $10 super chat, says, salute to the best boxing podcast. Salute to you, champ. Salute to you. Tell a friend to subscribe. Right now, we at 203,599. That's 99 for those that don't know. We got a cash app from Damien. They forgot he gave up a side, so we got the fight. And that's another person defending Spence in this position because, again, he gave us the fight. And I think that's the argument of the hardcore. Like, bro, what's wrong with you? We begged for undisputed. He showed us he ain't no duck. He stood on his 10, didn't fight Keith to give you the fucking Crawford fight, and you still mad. Like, he literally got his ass kicked, and you're still mad. Like, him losing in that fashion ain't enough. You don't even want him to eat now. You don't want him to make no more big moves now. Y'all want his career to be over, and that is what's fucking up this sport. Bruh, he lost, and he gave up his rematch. He threw up the tie. He said, look, you won, bruh. Go do you. Me and Al gonna do me. We got a plan. Now y'all still fucking mad, bro. He cut the man loose. Y'all still mad. That shit whack. He gave y'all the fight. So I don't get it. Like, this shit is mega aggravating because if it was a dude that was avoiding the fights, but he gave y'all the fight, he fought all champions, he went to another country. Like, where is Errol's rap sheet? What he did bad? I'm going to clean up my side of the street first? Okay. We wrote that down. What else he did bad? Go get a belt? Okay, we wrote that down. What else? Like, damn, y'all mad for what? Really?
So give him the WHC championship. He's the world honorable champion. He's an honorable guy.
Nah, it looked like he looked like he the HNIC, the head nigga in charge, because as soon as he said he back, the whole goddamn boxing world got in a frenzy. That's what it looked like. The big fish still is him. That's what it looked like. Y'all mad? It seems weird. I mean, like, dudes is mad. First they was mad he ain't hurrying up and rematch, so he don't rematch. Then they mad that he ain't announced that he back, so he announced that he back. Now they mad that he getting a title shot that he ain't even get yet. Crazy to me.
Nah, again, total honor. I was hoping he was going to retire in one of them farms he was showing off on CBS Sunday morning. I was like, yo, just all the horses.
Exactly.
About, man.
That's what everybody thought. Oh, he going to retire. He done. So he's showing you.
But why is that negative, though?
No, because he's showing you, I ain't done. I'm fighting a fucking champion. And y'all like, no, it's not fair. You should be fighting bums because you got your ass kicked. Like, it's weird.
Yo,
this
you
sport,
keep saying
we can't grow. We can't grow. The dude started with no tune-ups. Now he's sticking with that even in the loss. And y'all like, no, you lost. You got to fight bums. Jay Billy, get a counter.
Y'all got me? Y'all got me?
I got you.
Yes, sir. Shout out Ness, Danny, and me putting in that work. Hey, yo, Danny, I feel like you was throwing shots, man. I had to throw out a little tip.
What up? Talk to me. I ain't no bartender, so what shots I'm throwing?
You sure y'all stood on business last night. That's all that matters, man. You know, UNC, we live to fight another day.
That was you calling in crazy, talking about Iowa State, my friend, that never DM me?
No, that wasn't me. That was another dude. He said he'll take that bet, but I was I don't know. We was spanking the bookies on baseball last night, so yeah, I'll let you have that. But you know, blue blood's always here to stay. But let's get to this boxing shit, man. Like I said last night, I feel like Spence will be the favorite over Fundora or Tszyu. You feel me? I haven't seen anything from Tszyu that tell me he's gonna beat Spence. You know, he's the elite of the elite. Shout out C-Dub. He's the elite of the elite still. You know what I'm saying? The only performance we see him not perform highly was against the best fighter, you could say, of this generation. So, hey, team no tune-ups. You feel me? He really standing on that shit. No tune-ups. And we want to see Spence back. Anybody thinking it's gonna be a block in the road for Crawford, I feel like, yo, it's a win-win, regardless. Because at the end of the day, they still gonna have to meet in the middle. Like, if Spence gets the belt at 154, if he gets the WBC, Terrence gets that WBO, you know, what's next? You feel me? It only makes sense. If it makes money, it makes sense. And it's going to happen. So, also, got me, we got these fighter jobs. You got me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, I'm not upset. You know, it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. You know, PBC, we're going to work with PBC. And if you're on the outside, you're just on the outside looking in. So, hey, Ness, this is what I wanted to ask you last night. So, what's next for Crawford? You said this, it might be in the O2 Arena. It might be a Brit for the WBO.
Josh Kelly. I ain't say O2 Arena. Josh,
Ain't no Josh Kelly,
my
man.
dude. Listen. Based off the manager, now we know Tim said he gonna talk with his manager, but based off the manager, if they vacate, Josh Kelly's number one and Crawford's the mandatory. That's who would fight for the belt, bro.
God, I must have been missing some Josh Kelly because I don't know what he did to be a number one in the WBO. But I kind of like that though. Let me let that simmer a little bit. I kind of like that shit because PBK, he was touted to be the next Roy Jones at one point in time. So you feel me? You can build that fight. Let me build my fighter a little bit. Let us go over to the O2. Next, you said it ain't gonna be in the O2. I'm putting it in the O2. You feel me? I think Pretty Boy Kelly, he got enough fans to throw some people out there.
You fucking up everything I'm saying. I ain't saying it won't be in the O2. I'm saying I did not say it would be in the O2.
Okay. You right. But yeah, I'm gonna tap back in if somebody say something, man. Y'all keep on putting in that work.
All right. Appreciate you. Max.
Yeah, that man's was just twisting and turning.
Nah, that Josh.
He's flying in the wind today.
That's a good one. My bad, Max.
Duke Max.
Yo, so there's so much going on here. There's so many different flaws I can find with all these arguments. And if I go over, please build me because I'm about to get to the job site, so I need to get this off. First things first. All right. If I cannot for the life of me understand why so many Bud fans are diminishing their own fighter. Do y'all not understand? By coming out here and saying Errol's done, he ain't got it, he's finished. What does that say about Bud's biggest win? In all honesty,
chill, dude. You ain't even think this out. Like, what are you talking about? Bud fans can say they finished him. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Again,
what does it do to his win? It don't matter. It don't matter if Earl doesn't go on to do anything because Bud finished him.
He was this. Brandon calls about car wrecks and drinking. So in Brandon's mind, you beat up an alcoholic. Good for you. You beat up a washed up alcoholic who's on car crashes. You should be, as a Bud fan, you should want Errol to come back and beat either of these guys. Because you know what that does? That shows you the greatness of Bud Crawford. See, I've never taken away from Bud. I've gave him his flowers. I thought he was going to lose to Errol. He beat the shit out of Errol in front of my own eyes. And I believe that Bud Crawford is that great that not everybody can just do that. And then let's talk about this argument. Oh, well, the health risk and this and that. Okay, so thinking of Errol, if there is some questions about if a punch going to hit your eye, why am I going to take that risk for less money against a nobody? If it's just a punch that's going to do that, let's go ahead and let's do it to a Tszyu. You know what I'm saying? And to sit there and say nobody watching, there's 40,000 people going to be in Cowboy Stadium, no less than 35,000.
You assume
it? Even if we sell 150. Pay-per-view buys, that's a lot more than a lot of motherfuckers are doing right now. We got people doing 60s and 70s and 10s. That's still a lot more. And it ain't assuming, dog, trust me, Dallas gonna be lit for Errol. And this is the problem. This is the problem I have. On this show, I hear so many people and they come out and they always do it. They always come back and show us why they talking out their ass. So many people coming here crying, well, Canelo, fight David. Fight David. Shit like this reaction you get for Errol Spence is why you don't get those fights. Because look how y'all acting. Oh, Errol need to retire. He finished. He washed up. He got the shit beat out of him. Because everybody's telling me that David's going to beat the shit out of him. So why would Canelo take that risk? Look what Errol took the risk. Whether we believed he was going to win or lose, he took the risk, got his ass beat, and look at the result because he's trying to come back. That's why y'all don't get fights, man. That's why. Y'all sit there.
You good
y'all
or you
throw away
going?
fighters. Yeah, let me keep going. Let me keep burning. Y'all throw away fighters. Look. At the end of the day, I believe, and this is as a Spence fan, I believe this is going into the fight. If Fundora wins, I would favor Spence as of today. Tszyu, I think I'm be honest, you got a slightly favorite Tszyu. But that's why the fight has to happen. If Errol's done, let Tszyu show me it's over. If the fight can be made, let's not waste no time, man. Like I said, we complain because we don't get certain fights, and then when the fights happen and we get results like the one y'all say is gonna happen to Canelo, Earl just trying to come back and people mad. That's why you don't get them. Don't sit here and come on the show and complain about people not giving you the fight you want because this is the reaction you give after they do that and try to keep pushing forward. Ain't no tune-ups around here. You seen how fucked up that shark was in the tweet he sent? Let's pull up Errol's tweet and look how fucked up that shark was. But that shark's still swimming. That's what he's telling you. Yeah, I'm beat up. I went through it. I took an ass whooping, but we still swimming. So if Errol lands a fight, Bud fans, you ought to be cheering for Errol Spence. You ought to be cheering for Spence to win that fight and show everybody that Bud is truly as great as you say. Because if not, it's all it's gonna do is take away from Bud's win, man. Y'all got to do better as boxing fans. Y'all got to do much better, man. That's all I got for today.
You the man, champ. We got Counterpunch from Tszyu up next. In the meantime, in between time, we got another $5 from Matt. That is the brother of Super Mech. Shout out. That's what I'm talking about. You see how two brothers listen to the same show? You guys need to do the same fucking thing. Tell your siblings if they into the sport. But Matt with another 5. He says, we saw Wilder get knocked out silly and paid for a third Fury fight. Let's keep the same energy. Coyote Blanco, $2. Ness, you spitting facts. Not gonna lie. Fire emoji. 100 emoji. Aiden, $5. Which is it? Did Bud put on a great performance or was Earl damaged? Earl could be a great fight for Tim or Fundora. Let's go, champ. Man down. Steven, $2.79 Canadian. Let King Amin cook, Ness. Damn, did I stop you, Amin? You got something on you got to get off your chest?
Nah, that's probably when we was talking, though. That's all.
Boston Jared, $5. Why is Oscar not trying to get Conwell a fight with the winner? He's been the number 1 in the WBC for 18 months. Chill, B. Pump the brakes. Oscar just signed my man like 2 weeks ago. Let him do his thing.
Just gave him a date.
Yeah, he just gave him a date.
He got a date. I don't even think he got an opponent yet.
Yeah, he on a what's my man? He on Devin's card, right?
Yeah, Haney Garcia.
Yeah. We got Twin with the fat $10. Y'all act like he is taking the fight from Crawford because he called out the winner. That's all on the winner to fight Spence or Crawford. It's just a call out. True. Ryan, $2. This is the issue. Some fans simply can't move on. Exactly. Trizzy with the counter. What up, Phoenix? Stand up.
Don't take no damn tune-up. Let's get it. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I have been missing Errol Spence in the sport of boxing. I even posted on my Instagram like, yo, big fish, come back, man. But I will say one thing that do scare me about the fight is he been inactive. You know what I mean? Like, we are coming up on April. He had a fight in September. I mean, if it go to like September.
It's only a year. It won't even be a year till July 29th. So, like, it's kind of typical of PBC fighters. They're usually doing either 2 fights a year or 1 fight every 18 months.
I mean, I get that. I just don't like that because I feel like activity beat inactivity. Like when Joseph Parker just beat Wilder haven't fought in like over a year. You know what I mean? So from that standpoint, I don't like the fight because inactive. But if he active, then yeah, I mean. Huh?
I just wanted to remind you. I just want to remind you. Just 2 weeks ago, we had a very inactive, very rusty, and vintage Keith Thurman that was gonna fight Tim Tszyu, and everybody loved it. Everybody was calling.
I mean, don't say loved it. Don't say loved it. There were certainly people that were not happy at all. It was received both ways.
Right,
I think he warmed
people
up to him after the interviews and stuff.
There was definitely a lot. I feel like, especially on our platform, there was more people picking Keith then they was picking Tszyu.
I mean, quite possibly this channel again had a very long period where Keith was a dominant figure on here. The way you are with Devin, I was with Keith when he was on. You know what I'm saying? So you could type in Keith on YouTube and this channel will come up. So I think it comes from that. A lot of like intrigue and the Tip Bellis.
I'm just saying, bro. Like he was more inactive. That's it, bro.
For sure.
Like
for sure, he was more inactive.
Like, just 2 weeks ago,
I'm just
that's
saying
the
that fight was
getting.
also met with some resistance, I believe.
It was.
But you are right. Keith was more inactive than Spence, and should receive, I guess, more pushback.
I'm just saying, don't write the guy off completely. That's all.
I'm not writing off, but what I'm saying is inactivity. You know what I mean? It killed fighters. I think Next was the one who quoted that inactivity killed fighters. So I will be honest. The only person I've ever seen beating Errol Spence was Bud. I don't see no one 154 beating Bud. No one at 160. Now 168, that's different ball game. But so I do think he can do it. But Jesus Christ, man, I wish he would get like a little soft stuff coming back, you know what I mean? But I do think that he can break
like
down.
Who? Like who? Soft touch like who?
I can't even tell you, man, off the top of my head. But I just want to get someone, not Tszyu. Tszyu been hot and he been fighting like back to back to back to back. So his shit sharp than the motherfucker. Who?
Yeah, I mean, Contrail, that's the bell. But let me leave you with this. Cotto on his last fight tried to get Earl. Earl obviously said no because he needed to sign the Golden Boy. Cotto ended up fighting Saddam Ali and losing to Saddam Ali. It ain't the same money, and you took a loss. So for Earl, it's like, why do I fight Saddam Ali? I might as well fight Cotto, if that makes any sense. Because if you done, at least you went out on a top fight. But if Saddam Ali stops you, it's like everybody's questioning now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I'm just looking at it that way, bruv.
Make the risk worth the reward.
Seriously.
No, for sure. For sure. In the same sense, we literally can speak on tomorrow's fight. It was a Keith Thurman fight for Tszyu. Tszyu was not going to be able to defend his belt, but he was going to earn big money with the former world champ. You get what I'm saying? Versus now he's fighting Fundora, who's never accomplished anything in the sport. And he gets to defend his belt and he gets to fight for a second belt, but he's going to earn less money now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things.
$2 cash app from Damien back with another one. He says, imagine what they will say about Devin if he lose. Yeah, man. This channel going to blow up that day. They're going to be coming for us. Brandon, Houston.
You are in Las Vegas for the Sweet 16 that kicked off yesterday, or the Elite 8 that kicks off tomorrow. Stop at Hardin. Get your fire. The only place in town, over 120 strains of flower. Just a flower that they have on hand. I just picked up some chocolate edibles yesterday. So head on over 2900 East Desert Inn Road. What's up?
Let's start with this.
What up, y'all?
I'm a creative genius.
You don't want to get in the ring with me because he's a pussy, that's why.
You see a red flag again.
Me and Canelo would be a bigger fight than Canelo and Caleb Plant. How much did they sell? I guarantee you me and Canelo will sell more.
And now, the most dangerous producer on YouTube.
El Bandera Negro.
Brandon in Houston.
Brandon in Houston.
Yo, drop that SDS shit, son.
SDS Promotions.
Making his quarterly check-in, the producer from Houston, Texas.
That's it. What up, Danny? Appreciate that wonderful introduction. That's Danny. I don't know who else on the panel. Marco, maybe Errol. Next year in the building.
We got Mr. Gibbs in the building. We got Mr. Walt in the building.
Okay.
And I've been accused. Nessa accused me of being an Errol Spence protector in the past. Calling in saying I protect Errol Spence. But this shit is pathetic. I don't understand. Like this is not how advancement works. Like if I beat you and I move on, like Errol Spence had the chance to enact the rematch clause. He chose not to do so. Terrence Crawford has now been named by the WBC. They said they got 5 days to negotiate with the winner of this fight. So where is Errol Spence coming in at? Like, what's happening here? I guess he's gonna go the WBC route, but when you look at that situation, the man ain't even in the top 15. So he ain't even literally eligible for a title shot coming off a loss and no fight at 154. So how is that even possible? So we know if the WBC somehow his name somehow come up, I don't know. Like there's some corruption going on.
Champ. You talking about it's some corruption and somehow, bruh.
Of
Fundora, but Fundora coming off a knockout was gonna fight for an interim and has got elevated to a vacant plus a unification. Like,
but at least he was in the rankings, Ness. I mean, at least he was in the rankings. I don't understand how they did that either. I'm not happy about that either.
My argument to that is we always see champions in the division below get ranked above once they establish that they moving up. You gotta let Earl.
He was in the rankings. You know that, right? He was, right?
I ain't know he was at 54.
Even non-champions. Non-champions. As long as you ranked in the division below, if you are moving up in weight, the sanctioning body then takes you into consideration for a ranking at that division.
I mean, look at Ryan moving up off the tank laws, man. He was already ranked at 40. Like, I don't even know, like, that. I'm just saying, Brandon, as a producer, that's a pretty weak argument. You know that this shit happens every
It's not, bro. It
happens every
It's just bullshit.
So it didn't happen to Ryan? It didn't happen to Ryan?
That don't mean that it's okay.
So Ryan,
I'm not saying that
Ryan isn't, is Ryan not getting a title shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
He is.
Okay.
But I mean, that doesn't make it right, though. I'm not advocating for none of that.
But the thing is, but you didn't call in for Ryan, though. But you didn't call in to say, yo, how is Ryan getting a Devin Haney title shot? You didn't. So now to see a dude from Texas all of a sudden flip on Earl, like, keep the same energy.
Coming off a winner.
I saw Errol Spence get his ass beat by the man who wants to fight Tszyu. He got his ass beat.
But okay,
right?
Okay, Brandon, let's talk about that. Let's unpack that. Let's unpack that.
What? It's nothing to unpack. There's nothing to unpack. We saw an ass whooping. It was a one-sided ass whooping.
No.
And I'm a Spence fan.
I'm talking about
I can admit that.
I'm talking about the other part of your statement where you say, "Oh, with the man that wants to fight Tszyu." Is it Earl's fault that Crawford isn't signed to PBC? No, it's not. That's rhetorical. Is it Earl's fault that Crawford has got to enact whatever he's got to enact? Like, it would be up to Tszyu to choose Spence over Crawford.
I understand that. And just the idea that that's even a possibility is insane to me. Like, it's insane. If Errol Spence want to get a money fight, then you know what? How about we make Errol Spence versus Virgil Ortiz in Dallas? How about that? What's wrong with that? Like, how do we take a title shot from a man who should rightfully? Because next, you know who was the third fighter on Canelo?
Wait a minute. Stop saying rightfully. Like, Bud had a lot of no. I think you're forgetting. Bud changed his mind a lot. Let me remind you. Immediately after the fight, he wanted Jamel. Immediately after the fight, he wanted Jamel. That changed. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you and the casual audience listening how many times he changed his mind. So he wanted Jamel.
Okay, let me stop you.
No. Let me stop you. Because it wasn't Jamel. He wanted the rematch. Then he wanted Jamel. Yeah. Then he said, other than the rematch, the only other fight he'd go to 47 was Tank. Then he said he wanted Canelo. Then he said he wanted Tszyu. which is his last option. So cut the shit. Cut the shit.
And that's still before Spence made an announcement.
And Brandon,
He had time to do all that.
And Brandon,
He had
don't
time
forget.
to do all that.
Don't forget, Brandon. Brandon, don't forget the biggest piece of the puzzle. All that I want Tszyu shit was only after the rumored Eubank fight, which Eubank himself reposted with the shh emoji, was met on the internet with more resistance than this topic today.
All that, he had time to do all of that before Spence made any kind of announcement about anything. So that's all irrelevant.
Nah,
he just made that announcement.
I interviewed Glenn. He told y'all already that Spence had been offered. He been offered. Crawford, they've been talking to. Crawford, they knew wanted to fight for 6 months, but Spence, he'd already been offered. That's a legit.
I don't see how you're okay with this, Ness. You know who the third name was on the original Canelo contract was, right? Would you have been happy if PBC would have went through with it? You'd have been happy about that?
Well, I think when Earl was on the contract, that was with the contingency that he beats Crawford.
It don't matter. I'm saying if PBC would have gave him what he wanted and gave him the Jamel fight, you would have been happy if Errol was the third fight.
My brother,
coming out there.
Hold on. Are you asking me, in a hypothetical world where Earl beat Crawford, would I have been okay with Canelo fighting Earl?
No. I'm asking you because the contract was as it was until it wasn't. Meaning it would have been Jamel, Jamal, and then Errol. So if PBC would have went through with the contract and left it as it was,
I answered that. I answered. I just think you don't like the answer. I said they had him on there with the contingency that he beats Crawford, and of course, if he would beat Crawford,
on there after the house. He was still on there.
Again, they had him on the contingency that he beat Crawford. If he would have beat Crawford, don't forget, because I don't know why you're confusing the people. You want to tell the people, or should I, that Canelo didn't sign this contract till June and Earl didn't fight till July 29th. Stop these lies, man, and shenanigans.
Exactly, bro. He was on the contract.
Until recently. When they put him on a fucking contract, he was an undefeated 3-belt champ. Fuck is wrong with you?
I understand that, but it doesn't.
But you insinuating other. You're insinuating other than that.
What are you not understanding? The contract still as it was in June until recently. Meaning, if they would have gave him the money, he would have still been on the fucking contract.
Bro, you sound silly, man. You sound silly.
No, you sound silly. What are you not understanding?
What I'm not understanding is you trying to make up shit. Because everything you're saying is all hypothetical, and you're just insinuating.
Bro. Okay.
Canelo signed this contract for the 3-fight deal in June. We got the reports.
Exactly.
Earl was undefeated until July 29th.
Yes, I'm not talking about Errol. I'm saying he still was on the contract.
Bringing up Canelo's contract that had an undefeated Earl, and then trying to wishy-wash it and make it seem like it's a Earl with losses.
I'm not putting this on Canelo.
We giving you hella free time. We giving you hella free time.
I'm not putting this on Canelo.
Land the fucking plane.
This ain't got shit to do with Canelo.
Land the plane, because you're losing us. You losing us.
I'm
Land the
not
plane.
blaming Canelo.
Come on, fella.
Land the plane, bro. You losing us. Tell us what you're trying to say. Okay, Danny, take over. Danny, take over. Do you understand what he's trying to say, please? So maybe I can understand it if you translate it, or you, King,
Nah, I don't. But
thank you.
We did give you hella time, Brandon.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I don't understand. That Errol Spence was still on the contract.
Okay, so 3 of us don't understand, my brother. You wanna take a deep breath, a step back, and try to re-explain?
Y'all don't understand that. I don't know how you don't understand that Errol Spence was still on the contract. He would still been on the contract had they went through with it as it was.
All right, bro.
Like,
We're gonna go,
simple.
man. We're gonna go.
Yeah, go ahead. Y'all don't understand it.
I don't.
But Brandon, let me ask you this right quick.
Yeah, how you gonna do that after I said we gotta go? I've been let him go. I said bloop, I hit the button, but I don't get what Earl being on a contract got to do with anything. Like when he was on a contract, he was undefeated. That's it.
And so I'm saying the same way, like if once he lost, they would have looked at it and been like, "Yo, let him walk," because now we can't use that fight. That's what I'm thinking.
Let me tell you this, right? Like this is why I said stop making up shit, because he's trying to act like Earl was on the back of the contract when we know that Jamal was supposed to be first, and Jamel took his spot. We don't know where the fuck Earl was supposed to be. They ain't say how the order go. So all this Earl was on the back of the contract is just, I don't know. You're just making shit up for no reason at all, which is pretty weird. But hey, it is what it is. We do got a poll going on our community page, and we're asking you, who do you actually think Earl can beat? Can he beat Tszyu? Can he beat Fundora? Can he not beat neither? Does he need a couple tune-ups like Joe Parker, or should he retire? Those are your options. Check them out on our community page. And again, the links to call in for our Discord and our Twitter are pinned on the live chat. I got RRT boxing with Mr. A, $5. So, losing less weight and fighting a 40-year-old at 160, still no one calling for the Laura smoke. Wow. Hashtag Hardeen. 3 faces in clouds of Hardeen smoke. And just to give you some context, yesterday he spent a lot of money wanting Crawford or Earl to fight Laura, who's 40, and it's an easier belt to get. He specifically said Earl could move up to fight Laura, take that belt, and vacate it, and still get the rematch with Crawford. Yes, Danny.
CYP says he has 2 counters.
From where? I don't see him. Any at all.
He said from yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know from who, because the 2 that he got, I certainly gave him, so I don't know. You got to refresh me. But we got Jerry with a counter.
Let him cook.
Let him cook. Good morning. Happy Friday, amigos. I'm going to open my monologue addressing my boy Ness. Hey, Ness, last night I want to make sure you're getting my cash apps, because I was a little disturbed that you were telling the audience you were giving me free calls, and I'm steady pumping money in your account and cash app. Are you receiving my cash apps, my friend?
Certainly received your 2 cash apps yesterday. Do you think you only had 6 minutes on the show when you and I had an interaction? And I didn't say free calls, I said free time. But I did see you didn't start this show with an apology about referencing a bad site.
I think you get a free call and 2 counters. That would be 3 calls. But you were really steady going at that. You were giving me free time and on and on and on. But let me finish my call, Ness.
Yes.
Let me finish my call. The PBC, the P. Diddy Committee. I will tell you this, Al Heyman. You stole fighters. You stole money from fans. And now you're stealing fights from fighters. Crawford was on the wrong side of the street. And now you want to steal a fight underneath the man's feet. Hard-earned, because he punched your boy into the abyss. I will tell you this, Al Heyman. At some point, there's a scripture. It's not in the church. It's in the morality of every man that goes to work, puts on a hard hat and boots. Karma has no menu. You get served what you deserve. My boy Ness is here, capping for Spence. Thank you for giving us Undisputed. Your boy Ness was one of the sheep that bought those goddamn strap season t-shirts. But thank you, Spence, for giving us the fight. PBC, the PBC, the P. Diddy Committee. At some point, the rubber meets the road and dirtbags explode. PBC operatives, they sell you the same goddamn package. Crawford wants too much money before they even go into negotiations. Crawford wants too much money. He's asking for too much money for Tszyu. Don't even know what the man is asking for. But that's how you get out of a fight, folks. The PBC will either lowball you to death or tell the fans, because they eat anything we give them, that the guy wants too much money. It doesn't make business sense. That's how we get out of the big fights. But now it's okay for Spence to go
Jerry,
directly
that's
into
the
a suit fight.
That's the bell, Jerry. You got to do a better job of landing the plane, as we was telling the other guy. But stick around, bro. You get your free call, man. But you got to land the plane, champ. You guys are just like fucking hovering. You know, land the plane, baby. Baby Joker, what up?
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yup.
So good morning, bro. Hey, man, fuck it. You know what? Let Errol do whatever he wants, bro. I mean, if there's people that want to stick around and catch some bets when he goes up there and gets his ass beat, that's cool. You know, we out here taking money. All these people calling in for Errol remind me of those little fishes that latch onto the shark. You know, for the free ride and shit. I'm gonna pick him off and make some bets, bro. I don't like it because the beating he took reminded me of Margarito Pacquiao. Got the dog shit beat out of him, and then what'd he do? He went and fought Cotto immediately and got demolished again. The most recent ones, Jordan Sugas, got the dog shit beat out of him by Earl. Came back and fought Barrios, and then what happened? Got fucking demolished. John Ryder got destroyed by Canelo. Came back and got fucking ran over by Munguia. Let him try, bro. I mean, he's a great fucking fighter. Why not? If he thinks he can fucking still do it, go ahead and do it. I know he don't like tunas, but there's a guy I would love to see him fight at 154. His name is Jesus El Mono Ramos. And if you can show me you can beat the fuck out of Ramos, then fuck it. Go out there and fight the other dudes. You know he still has it. But recent memory,
but Lubin beat Ramos technically, so it would be Lubin if anything, not Ramos.
well, yeah, you know what? Lubin is a perfect. Yeah, but I'm saying in the sense of like styles and aggressive fighters, because you know, Fundora, Tszyu, they're like that. They come forward, they throw punches, they like to fuck up people. You know, I wouldn't mind him with Lubin. He don't have the power to fucking bust up Errol. So it's a good little fight, but you know, Jesus Ramos, bro. Jesus Ramos, Errol Spence, why not? They're both coming off losses.
But
the winner gets.
Just for topic's sake, can Errol, in your eyes, beat any of the two?
No, but who am I to tell him not to, bro? Like, if you really want to do that, bro, fuck it, go do it. Like, he earned my respect. That dude went in there with Bud and fucking, he gave me one hell of a fucking, you know, he showed me heart like a motherfucker. He wasn't trying to go down, bro. He wasn't trying to get put out. You got to respect that. And if he wants to come back and fight another killer, then fuck it. Who am I to tell you not to, bro? Like the Andrade shit. You know, I took a shit on him because he gave up with David. But when I seen that Morel shit, dog, I was like, damn. I can't really fucking talk shit on you. Like, you going from one monster to another? That's crazy. But yeah, you know, let him fight. I'll be here taking bets when he fights them top 5 guys. Have a good one, fellas.
You too, champ.
Great call, baby Joker. That shit was fire. Yo, listen, I gotta roll out, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready. We got a long weekend of boxing. Yo, I don't even know if you spoke on it real quick. Yo, we got Wardley and Clark on Sunday too, right?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But I don't got Peacock. I'm not getting Peacock for that shit. I already told y'all that months ago when they signed that whack ass deal. Fuck, I'm gonna pay $5 for some UK fights. Like, they gotta do better than that. I'm already paying $30 for UK fights on DAZN. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. They tripping. I'm done. Yo, boxing is wilding. And you either got to put your foot down and teach them with your wallet or just be a sucker.
Yeah, well, you see people's doing
it's tough. It's tough. I was going to say it's definitely tough, bro, because
I'm gonna read all about it. That's what I'm gonna do on the War Leaf. I'm gonna read all about it, like the old days.
I was gonna say only reason I fucking got Peacock is because of college football, and you know, obviously now they show boxing. Cool, I'm gonna watch it, but it's like, You gotta pay for fucking everything. They got an app.
But you see, at least to you getting 2 for 1. You getting boxing and football. For me, it would just be another $6 with tax just for boxing for 1 day out the month. Like, man, fuck that. They got to do better. That was a stupid ass deal they got.
Yo, I'm out, fellas. I'm gonna get up with y'all.
All right.
All right, I mean.
I don't care what nobody say. That's a whack ass deal. That shit should have been free on Peacock. Fuck you think people gonna pay for some dudes they never heard of? I heard of them. Not enough to crack the wallet.
Nah, I hear you, Chun.
Word is born. They tripping. True people's chant.
Yo, yo.
Yo.
Yo, man, I was listening in and I was hearing some shit that bothered me, talking about this we shit. I don't know if y'all remember that call, but I want to tell you something about we, because we is the people. We the people complained about Fundora getting a shot at 2 belts coming off a loss. We did that. Yeah, we did that. We the people complained about Wilder getting his rematch because he got knocked out, even though it was in the contract to get it. Yeah, we the people. We did that. We the people have no issues with Ryan getting a title shot at 140 with 0 top wins against any 140 pounder and being knocked out by Tank 2 fights ago. Yeah, we the people. We cool with that. We the people praise Loma for being a champ in 2 fights, even though he lost in his first fight. Yeah, we the people. We were cool with that. Sounds like the people who keep bringing up we the people are not the people you think they are. Maybe that's you, my man. Maybe that's you. See, the fact is, the people that you be talking about, I know what's up with you. They hate on everybody. They don't look at a person because of how he look, his skin tone, or what region he's from, and be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna hate on him on purpose." Nah, homie. They do it to everybody. It's just that you only notice it here. So what I'm gonna do from now on, every time I hear one of y'all on that bullshit, I'm gonna come in and check you. The same people who hating on Earl getting this shot was the same dudes hating on Fundora. My guy, actually the exact same people. It has nothing to do with, all of a sudden. Ain't no all of a sudden. They had a problem with Fundora, now they got a problem with Earl. It's the same motherfuckers. Like some of y'all need to stop these little games we talking about. And to go off of somebody who got their ass knocked out, right? And then came back and got opportunities. I just find it crazy because I remember when Pacquiao got slept, people was screaming in the ring, "Retire, oh my God, will he wake up? Will he wake up?" Motherfucker came back, beat Brandon Rios, only had 1 loss, beat undefeated Bradley and undefeated Algieri, 3 in a row, bam. Then he lost to Mayweather. So at the end of the day, don't worry about nobody else's career. Worry about yourself. Because, and one thing you don't do, we is me, motherfucker. And I'm the fucking voice of the people. Cut that bullshit out. CYP out.
CYP.
Out. We got Ultimate K9. Welcome to the prospect level. And Brambo, $2. What's the number to the phone lines? I forgot. Yo, we don't use phone lines no more. We only use Twitter Spaces and Discord now, man. The phone lines was acting cray. We got. Go ahead, John.
I wanted to spit out the number just because he asked.
Hey, come back to me, Ness. I gotta pop in. The mic's choppy.
All right.
Jerry, you have unlimited counter punches from today from me, who is J-Mac. He says send him the bill for Jerry. So there you go, Jerry. You get to cut the line.
Shout out to J-Mac for that one.
Shout out to J-Mac.
One last time. One last call. The PBC, the P. Diddy Boxing Committee. Let me say it again. Let it ring down the halls, down the YouTube channels. The PBC, the P. Diddy Boxing Committee. You get served what you deserve, Al Heyman. Your day is coming. How do we get out of big fights? We either lowball your ass or tell the masses, although we haven't started negotiations, you're asking for too much money. Wash, rinse, and repeat, guys. For 5 goddamn years, Errol Spence was running around. Oh, I gotta do the heavy lifting. I gotta do this over here, do that over there to fight Terrence Crawford. Yet Terrence Crawford fought nobody, brought nothing to the table. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, Canelito. We're talking to you, Canelito. Does that sound familiar? The other goddamn fireman in the business. David Benavidez. Does that sound familiar, Canelito? He brings nothing to the table but 25 extra pounds, but I need 200 goddamn million to fight him. Wash, rinse, and repeat. The PBC, the PBC, the P. Diddy Boxing Committee. Ness, I want to thank you, my friend, for taking my phone calls. I want to thank your staff, everybody on here, for taking my phone calls. Men in the chat, the love and the hate, the attention is all the goddamn same. You remember my name. Look out for Jerry Soriano, your lender for life. New variety show on YouTube. I want to wish everybody the best of luck to you. I'll still keep watching and listening. Take care, my friends. We'll talk soon.
Jerry, did you hear me or no? Jerry. Okay. My lender for life out. Jerry. Jerry. All right.
Damn, he ain't even shout out J-Mac or none.
Nah,
What
he
the
paid
hell?
for his own counter punch. That was, he got his own. So I guess that's why.
Did he not hear you though? Like, what the fuck?
Actually, that was his free call. But yeah, I mean, I guess he didn't hear me or he's not interested. Don't know. Hamed, what up?
But if you guys want to call in, oh, I was gonna say Twitter Spaces and Discord is the way.
Ahmed?
Yes. Yo, first of all, I wanna thank Al Heyman, because this is the first PBC card in a while. But now I'm just playing. Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys a couple of questions. Do you guys reckon this is a pay-per-view worthy card? Because it's also pay-per-view in the UK. It's only like 20 something pounds, I think, which is probably like, I think about, what is it, $30 or $25, something like that. But I did pay for the Andrade and Benavidez fight because I thought that was worth it. I also paid for the Benavidez and Caleb Plant fight. And I think I've also paid for the Charlo doubleheader, which was, I think, about 3 years ago or something. I don't know about this card, though. I personally wasn't high on the Thurman fight. I think Fundora and Tszyu is a better matchup, but I don't know if it's pay-per-view worthy. You guys got to pay, like, what is it, $75 for it. But do you guys reckon it's worth pay-per-view, whichever market it's in?
You said, do we think which card is pay-per-view worthy?
This PBC card on Saturday, do you reckon it overall is worth pay-per-view? Like, because I personally think they could have taken it off pay-per-view once Thurman pulled out. Because Thurman, I understood why they were trying to put it on pay-per-view, because he had like a bit of a name recognition in the States, but Fundora has never headlined a pay-per-view to my knowledge, and Tszyu, and he is a big draw in Australia, but in America, he's obviously not a pay-per-view star.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, you make a fair point, but on the undercard, you do have a Rolly Romero and Pitbull, both who have headline pay-per-views. Some world champions on the undercard.
Damn!
I'm not saying it's
now
pay-per-view
let's see.
worthy.
Hold on. Let's see who's gonna hate on him. Specifically you, Danny. Jesse Bam Rodriguez is champion that he is vacating his title. Rodriguez expressed his gratitude and pride in being the organization's champion in the note to the IBF, Darryl Peoples. Why would he vacate his belt?
Because he's moving up in weight.
I thought he was
When
fighting in a unification.
Nah. So when
He's fighting Estrada.
So when he got the opportunity to fight for a world title, he was fighting at 112. He moved up to 15. He kept his word because he said that what
he wanted to
so
fight
run
Sunny.
B side. So look, so run B side. So
Right.
when B side pulls out, so he kept his word on him giving him the title opportunity. Once he did that, he went back to 112. Became champ at 112. That's where he's been fighting at. Now he going up to fight Gallo for the belt at 115.
115.
Oh, he's moving
Yo,
back
can I say
up
something?
now.
Can I say something before I go?
We hear you.
Yo, Ness, one thing I was going to ask you. Do you reckon what's going on with Ryan and the whole build-up with Devin? Because I spoke to Ryan a couple of times on Spaces. Do you think how he's been acting will help sell more pay-per-views? Or
I
do you
don't know, bro. I
reckon...
doubt it, man. Somebody did a post yesterday saying that they dead set at 10,000. They haven't sold any more. Prices have gone down. Someone literally went through and alleged to have counted all the seats. So I don't know, bro.
So the tickets are not sold out at the moment. Is that fight
There's still
not...
8,000 left. You know, we don't know what the walk up would
Wow.
be like. We don't know what the fight week build up is going to be like. But there should be 8,000 left, give or take.
Oh, yeah, it's in New York, though, isn't it? That's the problem. If it was maybe on the West Coast, probably could have sold out by now.
Yeah, man, that's what
But
I
anyway,
said, man. That's what I said.
Yeah, anyway, I appreciate the call.
You
Thanks,
got
guys.
it. Drew, what it do, bro? I see your counter punches. They came through late. I don't know what's up with Cash App today, man. But we still prefer y'all to use Cash App. This way we don't get that raping you records from YouTube, that 30% they swear they deserve. We got Hardcore with the dollar Cash App. He says, TBB for life. If you're not a member, you are lame. Salute. Unbiased Brim.
Hello, Ness. Hello, Danny.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Top
Good
of the
morning, my
morning.
hardworking brother. Top of the morning. Let's after the dust has settled and all the things have been discussed. I saw Tim kind of speak on it a little bit, and just a little bit of a wait and see approach. I've been listening to other people's opinions saying, "Hey, PBC is going to be loyal to their guys," and Bud, and I hate that I hear people talk about, "Oh, Bud did bad business" and all this. That's a narrative that's so tired at this point. Especially when I hear Stephen Espinosa saying Bud was very accommodating, was wanting to do everything in regards to the Spence rematch and meet all those demands. But then people don't listen to that. They'll just keep running with this tired ass narrative, in regards to Bud being so difficult to deal with. But this is a telling sign that all the Terrence Crawford fans for years may have been right about PBC blackballing him in everything that has transpired over the last 5 to 6 years. And I had said,
yeah, but I don't think it's a Crawford thing. I mean, they're gonna blackball anybody that's not part of them. Like we've seen that throughout the years. They don't do business with you until they have to, and they put their fighters as priority, which they should, because so does Top Rank. So does Matchroom.
Yeah, and I said this to somebody who's pretty respected in the boxing community. I said, and I'll say this to you as well. At some point, Top Rank, Matchroom, PBC, you got to think about what's actually best for the sport and the spirit of competition. There is no way on God's green earth that fighters who are getting knocked out are coming in to title shots right afterwards. It does not bode well for the sport of boxing, and it's why here in America, boxing does not have the same. Let me finish. I know you're going to respond, but boxing does not have the same power and importance because a lot of people who are casuals look at boxing like it's a fucking joke. because of shit like this, man. At some point, we have to all as fans say, put our hands in there and say, what about the spirit of competition in sports? The business has drowned way too much of that element. And I also think that we got to stop being overly fans of fighters instead of the sport. If this was Terrence Crawford having the same in the same position that Errol may be in, my position would not change. It'd be the same. Y'all got to stop being fucking clowns and fans of man and be a fan of
That's
the
the
sport
bell,
because y'all
player.
not benefiting the sport. No doubt, dog. Have a
You the
blessed one.
man. You the man.
Appreciate the call, champ.
We got
What you got, Nas?
few callers. Big Gucci. What it do? If you're watching this on YouTube, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up. The quicker we get to that goal, the quicker we open up the live show.
Yo, shout out TBV. Yeah, like the man said. But he's still the big fish, man. And he's always had the motto, man, no tune-ups. You feel me? He's got that. You don't need to see him with a nondescript name, bro. Look, literally on the pound. You just see the fighter all the way down like that.
You breaking
They were
up?
literally at
I
the
don't know
top.
if it's Bluetooth or what, but like if you certainly have to try and talk into the mic.
I'll just sound a little bit better.
Just keep going.
All right. Yo, Ness, I'm probably in a bad spot. I'll counterpunch. Take the next caller.
All right. Venom.
You hear me?
Yep.
We hear you.
All right. I just want to piggyback off what like CYP said. We shouldn't be blaming Errol, man. Errol ain't got nothing to do about this. He just looking for any big opportunity he can get. But this is what I said on my call last night. Y'all gotta y'all gotta put the pressure on Tszyu. Y'all really think he this throwback fighter? He not. Y'all gotta put the pressure on him because he's at the end of the day, he's gonna make the decision. So we gotta start putting pressure on him. Are you really a throwback fighter? Or you another one of these ducks? That's all it comes down to. And it's showing. This is like I said last night. This is the second time he's showing his hand that he really ain't about what he say he is. And I like him. I actually like Tszyu, but he can't be lying to the fans like this. He can't be trying to get the crowd up on his side and sell his bullshit. We know Errol can't take a punch.
Errol Spence is still a better opponent than anybody that Virgil Ortiz has lied to us about. If you want to say Tszyu's lying to the people, what's Virgil doing?
Virgil don't do no talking on Twitter. He's strictly business.
Yeah, no, strictly business, fighting lesser competition than Tszyu.
That's how I know he's lying. But it's okay. See, that's you just like what's his name? Jerry said you bought the Errol shirt, so you probably feel ripped off.
Hey, and that's funny. That's funny. I'm glad you said that because the two of you are shameful and shameless because you know I bought the Crawford shirt and I gave all 4 shirts away to a listener. So I never bought the shirts for myself. Every time I ordered this shirt, I always said that the intentions was to give it to all 4 of the shirts to a listener. So y'all just like grasping at straws. But I know that Earl would be the biggest name on Virgil's resume, right?
No, I don't even really want him because
but he would, right? But he would be though, right?
Yes.
Technically speaking, he would be the best name on the resume of Virgil, right?
Yeah.
And technically speaking, everybody that Tszyu has fought is better than whoever Virgil's fought, right?
I mean, that's not pending. I mean, that's hypothetical, but we don't know that.
You said that.
But let me finish. We don't really know that though. I mean, Brian Mendoza was in the same position Kavalaskas was in.
So you don't think that Kavalaskas could beat Mendoza?
Kavalaskas could beat Mendoza, absolutely.
I meant to say Mendoza. You don't think Mendoza beats Kavalaskas? You know what I meant.
That's a 50-50 fight. That's a 50-50 fight.
Again, we see you grabbing at straws, man, to
Hold
try to
on.
make a
You
case.
brought up Virgil. You brought up
Of
Virgil. I
course
did
I
not bring
did.
up
Of
Virgil.
course I did, because you're trying to tell the world that Tszyu is a fraud, but you
He
don't
is.
call Virgil a fraud. Tszyu has shown
Bro,
us that he's more real than
is
Virgil.
Virgil a champ? Is Virgil a champ? No. So listen to what I'm
Zoo
saying.
would
Virgil.
beat the
Hold on.
fuck out of
And
Virgil.
that's the
I ain't gonna
thing.
lie,
And that's the
champ.
thing. Virgil don't want to be a champ. Remember, he opted out the
Uh,
WBO to fight Crawford.
Hold on, man. See, y'all trying to gang up on me.
No,
But
I'm
this is what
not.
you see.
I like people to keep the same energy. Like, don't attack
I ain't
Tszyu. Don't
no,
attack Tszyu.
dude.
You don't
Ain't no
attack
We
ganging
have
Virgil.
to.
up. I'm just
Wait,
letting you know
hold on,
what
hold
would
on,
happen, champ.
hold on. You don't want us to exact do. You don't want us to attack Earl. Who are we gonna attack then? We gotta attack somebody for that garbage fight.
You're not attacking Virgil for the garbage Delorme fight, my brother.
Why are you bringing up Virgil? He's not a champ. He's not
Because
in the position Zeus in.
I have to force you to keep the same energy with everybody. You don't do
Oh,
that.
we keeping the same energy with champion. Since
Okay.
you're a champion, you act like a champion.
Okay.
Okay.
All
So
right.
look, we don't know if Earl can
Could
take a punch,
Could Virgil not have had multiple title shots already? Yes or no? Is that true or false?
man. That is true.
Okay, so we got to treat him the same. He's a guy that could have been a champion in everyone's eyes, and for whatever odd, fucking strange reason, he is not. And for whatever
All right.
other odd, strange reason, he's still fighting people less than who Tszyu is fighting. And then for the third strange, odd reason, you're calling in to shit on him, but you glorify Virgil. You big him up.
I'm not shitting on his skills. I'm not shitting on that. I'm shitting on him saying he a throwback fighter. Him fooling the world that he really about that life.
I mean,
and
but
then he goes.
who's got a better resume, my dude? He's obviously showing us that.
No, he's not. Who? Errol, bro. No one thinks highly of Errol right now. Not even people in Texas. Like, stop it, bro. Like, you guys are just crazy out here, capable for Tszyu. That's what I'm saying. Put the pressure on Tszyu. We fall back on Errol. This ain't got nothing to do with Errol. He's just trying to get money. Put all the pressure on Tszyu. I know that's your guy's boy. I know that's Danny's boy, but it is what it is. If you want to talk like you a throwback fighter, you got to act like a throwback fighter. And he's going to be the one making the decision. That's my call.
Yeah, he gonna be the one making the decision. But I mean, anybody who watches boxing and saw what he did last year saw that he's a throwback fighter. I mean, he fought 4 fucking times in 12 months. Nobody else is doing that at that championship level. Who we got next?
2 counters from Drew.
Yo, I love it. Hey, I mean, got out of here before I could cook them. Morning, gentlemen. Danny, Ness. You see what the big fish does, everybody? Got everybody in their panties a day later, Ness. He announced this and everybody got an opinion. Everybody mad. For me, what I want, unbiased, what I want is I want to recreate what happened that glorious week of July 22nd when Inoue cooked Fulton and when Spence got cooked by Crawford. All Spence got to do is get a win. Like Wilder, if Wilder beats fucking Zhang, he back with AJ. If Spence beats Tim, he fucking is back in them Canelo sweepstakes. So I want all the Spence fans to get their fucking hype train going, get them excited, and for it to come crashing down when Tim puts him in the fucking dirt. I'm sorry, Crawford fans. I'm sorry your man didn't see this play coming like the last 5 years at 147 and doesn't have no backup plans. I'm sorry, Jerry. I'm sorry your man that's the fireman, so you say, is not getting what you want him to do. He's not putting out them fires, you know? I just don't get why everybody got mad. Everybody's mad that Errol Spence still has this buzz and this clout to come in and cut the line. Why they mad? I don't see when Nate Diaz takes an L, he still gets back in pay-per-view big fights. But boxing, we throwing him away after the knockout. Okay, fine. You guys are mad. Don't buy the fight. Don't support it. But what's Crawford going to do in the meantime, in between time? You know how PBC gets down. You know their modus of operandi. They take care of their guys. Why the fuck are you going to bitch now? And unbiased, you saying the spirit of fucking competition, bro? It's always been business first. When fucking Joe Louis fought Max Baer, he had to give 10% of his purse for 10 years after that shot. So miss me with the fucking spirit of competition, bro. It's always been about prize fighting and money before any competition could take place. Shit, bro. That's my call.
Appreciate the call, champ.
Damn, I'm hearing T.O. Sand. I'm just trying to confirm it. Fucking hell. I can't wait. I can't wait.
You could have at least texted me, champ.
Cliff, what up?
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo.
Morning, morning.
Buenos
Yo,
dias.
I hope everybody getting them likes up. So you gotta go to YouTube, hit that like button, and then come over to Twitter and request your call. So so we get the right likes for everybody out there. Don't just come to Twitter and don't be over there hitting that like button. Anyways, I mean, it felt like it's been some dumbass callers today. One caller said, as soon as I woke up and I jumped on, one caller was like, yo, Bud fans is diminishing his win by saying Earl washed up.
That was
Da-da-da-da-da.
Super Megs.
Yeah, you said exactly what I thought of, and I just wiped the coal out my eyes. It was like the fans could say that Bud finished him. So like that's exactly what we gonna say. What's what we think. I don't know what's wrong with them, but as far as Errol just coming out and then if he did get the fight, well, the part is you just got to go off boxing politics. If Errol Spence is the biggest fight you could get, if Charlo is ducking, even maybe if you put Charlo on the table, Errol Spence might still be the biggest fight that you could get. Arguably, Errol might sell more than Bud sells. We don't really know yet because they haven't fought since the big fight. So why would you not fight Errol if you get the chance? It's a great name, and that's always talking about putting former champions on your resume and things like that. It's a great fucking, it's great for your resume, and it's one of the bigger paydays you could get at the division, around the division. So I don't understand, why would you not want the fight? Because he got knocked out? Well, look at this. If he would have came back and fought Bud for undisputed, y'all would have been like, y'all would have let it happen, right? So how come he can't come back and fight for unanimous or just one single title? Like, really, what is the difference? And if I was Tszyu and I beat Fundora, I would want to fight Errol before I fought Bud anyway, because it's a good setup. If I struggle with Errol or lose to him, I really shouldn't be fighting Bud yet. So why not get some money, get some good work, and then see how that turned out, and then look at the Bud fight, and it would make the Bud fight even bigger if you could take down Errol before when if y'all had that common opponent. That's gonna make everybody want to see that fight more. It would draw more casuals in because a lot of people are gonna get to know Tszyu if he had an Errol Spence fight first. Like that would build his popularity as well. So there's just plenty of reasons why I feel Errol Spence could get that fight. He got equity in the sport. Basically, that's how I feel. That's it. I'm gonna be listening.
Yeah, that's how I feel. The equity in the sport, that was like the beautiful ending, because that's the same thing. I'm saying he won 3 belts. He went to a different country, got one, beat 2 champs. How isn't that enough to earn you a shot in the next division? Especially when those accolades are kind of better than what everybody else has been doing. We got Supreme Tax. Jerry still simmering from getting cooked last night. And that was a $2 cash out. We got Damon with another $2. He says, "No way UK pay 25 to 50 and we paying 80." Well, they not paying 25 to 50. They paying 30 pounds, I think he said.
I think 25, 20 to
Damn.
25 or for this one
Damn.
specifically is 20 via Fight TV, but yeah,
One
they
of my
never
friends.
pay more than like 30.
One of my friends told me in China, all the fights are free. All the pay-per-view fights are free in China, all the time. I don't know if that's true, but that's what he told me.
Bro, that's where streaming, illegal streaming come from, of course.
No, I don't think it's illegal. I think the Chinese government just puts it for free. I don't think it's an illegal thing, from what I understand.
What up, Marcos?
¿Qué pasó, señor?
How
¿Está
are
bien?
you?
Cool. All right. What's up, Danny?
I said, how are you?
What's up? What's up?
Good. I'm good. I'm good. Easter weekend, baby.
Easter weekend. We got Suleiman. What up? Oh, shit.
How you doing?
All good. Buenos dias.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man, that makes a lot of sense, man. Errol Spence could get a fight, but I don't understand why he don't do the Mike Tyson approach. Like when Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas, he fought a couple of high quality contenders. You know what I'm saying? Got some ring rust out the way. I mean, forget about I don't do what is it, tune-ups, no tune-ups and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about that approach and get himself some credible wins. He could fight Patrick Tszyu at 154. There's a lot of high quality ex-champions he could fight there. Get two of them, right? And then
Patrick is
fight the winner
fighting
first.
your Puerto Rican brethren, Xander. June 6th.
But you understand what I'm saying, right? You fight an ex-champion, somebody that's ranked, you know, and get some wins, get some ring rust, get a positive mental attitude in your system. You got to acclimate to a new trainer because you're not with Derek James no more, or you have to patch up with Derek James and start acclimated with his new approach because they're gonna have to change his approach. He had a powerful style, very aggressive. He's gonna have to learn how to fight on the back foot. People were saying on social media that he knows how to fight on the back foot. There was guys from other boxing channels saying they swearing to God that he knows how to box on the back foot. Oh, you guys think that Errol Spence is a flat-footed fighter? Okay, so now he's gonna have to prove it in the upcoming fights when stuff get difficult, or learn how to do it because people were swearing to God that he knows how to fight on the back foot, that he could box. So this is what he has to prove. Right now he gotta show and prove, bro. That he gotta show that it's gonna that loss to Terence Crawford is gonna either age well or it's gonna show that hey the guy really is a shot fighter. You know what I'm saying? So if he starts doing good and he's back on his A game and he's learning, he's soaking up knowledge, then right away you could tell that win for Terence Crawford aged well because that means he is an elite fighter. And he has to prove it now. He has a blemish on his resume. I mean, I really like Errol Spence, man. He was a great role model, man. Pay this man what he owes him. If work with Derek James, pay Derek James what he owes you. I mean, you gotta have some kind of friendship there. I mean, he trained you. He got you to that level.
Bro,
At least thank him.
They talking about pay-per-view cut. What trainer in the history of the sport you done heard ever got a pay-per-view cut?
Well, do we know that no trainer's ever gotten a pay-per-view cut? Do we know that for sure?
Okay, let's go back to history. Teddy Atlas, right? He used to train Danny Lalonde. Danny Lalonde fired him before he fought Sugar Ray Leonard for a $6 million payday because he didn't want to pay him the $600,000.
Yeah, Teddy tried to kill him.
So, okay, but what I'm saying is that's 6 G's, that's 600,000, right? So maybe Errol Spence didn't want to pay him, but that has to be put on paper and negotiated. I don't know what kind of pay cut he's going to give Derek James, but it must have been much bigger than that. Thank you for having me on, man. Somebody want to counter punch? I'm down, man. I'm down with it. Later.
I don't know if you guys know the story, though he just touched on real quick. It's a crazy story, but when Donnie Lalonde fought Sugar Ray Leonard, Donnie got, it was like $6 million, so the trainer would have got $200,000 or whatever, right? But Donnie Lalonde had been fired for he fired Teddy Atlas a couple years before he fought Leonard. A couple years. And Teddy Atlas got so upset when he found out that he could have possibly been involved in that payday that he went to Donnie Lalonde's house with a gun Teddy Atlas said this in his own, and wrote this in his own book. Went to his house in New York City, waited for him downstairs with a gun to kill him. But Lalonde never showed up, so he never killed him. That's what Teddy Atlas claims happened. I talked to Donnie Lalonde about it. Donnie obviously didn't know about it at the time, but he said he wouldn't be surprised because Teddy was wild. No, nobody cares. Well,
Wow.
I thought that was a cool story.
He said nobody cares, bro.
Whoa.
We're over here.
You guys looked at me with question marks in your face, like, shut up.
Bro, we're over here, getting breaking news of like an international super fight, bro. You need to like chill out a little bit, bro.
What's the super fight? Spence and
No, international.
What is it?
Hush, hush, man. Big Gucci Nick, counterpunch. Counterpunch.
Text it to me. What is it?
It's somebody's favorite fighter, you know.
Text it to me.
It's certainly somebody's favorite fighter. Got an international.
Yo, let me make a wild guess. Ennis versus Boots.
Negative.
Come on, tell me that's it.
Ennis is Boots. Ennis is Boots, but negative.
My bad. I got confused. Ennis versus Ben. It's got to be Ennis versus Ben. Come on, that's international.
Way bigger.
Negative.
All right, look, man. I want to see that Spence versus Tszyu Fundora winner, man. If everything would in a perfect world, man, if we can get Bud versus Charlo, because Charlo ain't signed for a fight or anything, and Bud fight him, he'll have 2 belts because Charlo still got the IBF and WBA, right?
Say what?
Charlo, he still got the IBF and WBA.
Mm-hmm. No, he's champion. He's unified champion in recess. Don't forget.
Got you. Yeah, man. If we get that fight, and then honestly, I think EJ beats both Tszyu and Fundora, man. Fundora would be the easier fight. Tszyu would be the harder fight, but I still feel like Earl would beat both of those guys, man. He had a bad night. Honestly, man, I ain't with all the excuses, but I just think he just wasn't himself, man. I don't know what was up, but I have faith that he'll come back strong as fuck, man. So let's see. I'm totally supporting the Big Fish. I'm gonna buy his pay-per-view. But man, we need to see him come back, and I love to hear that he'll be at the fight, scoping it out. And you can't be mad at Al if he give Earl the opportunity and not Bud Crawford, man. Because look, Bud got what he wanted. Now he's a free agent. He got no ties with PBC. Earl, he's been there since day one, man. He's been making them money, and they've been making him money, man. They brought his name up that big, so why wouldn't they give him the opportunity? So yeah, man. Hopefully, I think that would be the easier fight to make. I know Tzયુ's manager was saying, Spence is on vacation, don't really hear from him. So man, when he said that, and then Earl came out, I know Earl listening to the show, man. He got to be listening to the show, and that's because he done came out with a tweet and says he's gonna be at the fight, and he wants the winner. So. You know these dudes listening, but
if you wanna, believe that he's listening to the show more. Remember, he liked the tweet of Glenn, the manager, saying everything that he said about the belt.
Yeah, see, man, we'll see how shit plays out after Saturday night. Couple will give him a week to, enjoy whoever wins. Have them enjoy the belts. And week after, man, either Bud's gonna, and I don't know what he has going on with that 5 days of negotiation, but then we got Errol Spence on the same side of the street. Easy fight to make. So we're gonna hear some big news coming a couple weeks after the fight, man. But that's my call, and I'll keep listening.
All right.
Appreciate the call, Chan. Appreciate the call.
Shit. Bro, don't you hate when you text people and they don't hit you back? Got you on pins and needles. You going back and forth to see if the motherfucking bubbles show up or what?
Right.
Out here trying to confirm.
You talking to him or the manager or what?
Whoa, fireman?
No names.
Put it
No
out.
names.
Put it out. If they
No
see the
names.
smoke, they know the fire. This guy's loco.
No names.
Toledo.
Yo. Yo.
What up? What up? What up?
What up,
What up?
champ?
Oh yeah.
Peace.
What
What's the
up,
word?
though? Chilling like a villain, man, in downtown Atlanta, enjoying the sunlight. About to go have some motherfucking brunch. You hear me? Before I watch O'Shea Jones beat up somebody's daughter on OTX boxing. You feel me? At approximately 8:30. You feel me? I tune in on the zone though. You feel me? Yeah, bronze medalist, 147-pound welterweight. Alicia Bumgarner, you got problems, but that's neither here nor there. What I'm calling to touch on is this topic. Errol Spence, man, I like your energy. I like your vigor. Y'all right, man. My man's got equity in the sport. Certified killer, you feel me? As what my man's been like a stepper. He's a real stepper. I like that. He definitely he earned his bones, you feel me, in this boxing game. I could see him getting the winner of this fight, but on some real shit, man, I don't know who said that him going up to 160. I like that. I like that a lot more. The more and more I think about that shit, go up to 160, bro. Fuck it. That shit dry as fuck up there. That shit barren, bro. You can get a fight. Adamas, he flailing for a fight. He need a fight. Go ahead, get Adamas or something, or the Elijah Garcia motherfucker or something. I don't know. I doubt that they'd do that. But you know, I think that 160 is open for the taking. It ain't no like who the fuck is the best name at one besides Janabek, and he on the other side. I'm sure that he been talking about going up to 168. So shit, that 160 seemed like it's open for the taking. I don't know, man. What y'all think about that? I feel he box at 152 in the Olympics, right? He was 152 anyway, so it's like 154. He accustomed to that shit. His body, I feel like, could definitely make a 160 with ease. And if he gonna be at the fight, he can scope Lara out. That's a common opponent with Canelo. I think I really like that fight. What y'all think?
I'm not listening to you. I'm trying to get this shit done. Danny, you there?
Yeah.
I'm here.
What's this international? Go ahead, Marco. You give me some feedback. So you're the only one who
this an international super fight, Marco. You better not, because you know you like to spill the beans. But yeah, Marco was listening. So he'll be able to answer you with professionalism.
Just you got to repeat it one more time, and I'll answer it concisely. Go ahead.
All I want to know is how you feel about Earl going up to 160 in general. I feel like he should just bypass 154 or fuck 154 and go to 160 because I think
we don't know his makeup. We don't know if that's comfortable for him or if 154 is comfortable for him.
I mean, He boxed at 152 in the Olympics, so I'm thinking like on some fuck it. If you was at 52 in the Olympics, shit, you could.
Yeah, but Sean Porter was 65 and he fought at 47, so you don't know what his body's at, you know?
I get it. I don't know. I think 160 dry. You feel me? I think that shit there for the taking. You feel me?
It
like
is dry.
Fuck it.
160 when Canelo was around and a Triple G and all that was the hottest division, and now it's dried up.
That shit dry. I think 160 and cruiserweight is the two worst divisions in boxing, and I don't give a fuck who disagree. You feel me? 160.
Champ,
yeah,
that's
that
the bell. Majid counter.
OTX.
Yo, you can hear me?
Perfect.
Yes,
Yo, what's the word?
Shit, man. I don't think you're gonna like me today, Danny, but shout out to you and your hard work you put out on the field. You know what I'm saying? Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something, and get the motherfucking likes up. Hey, yo, Ness, you remember when they had that motherfucking Spence versus Crawford fight? I don't remember how I said it, but I said the car got flipped, the eye got ripped, and those titles about to be stripped. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I don't believe that this nigga, I don't believe that he's like just 100% from the shit that he been through. So he could go to that fight, he could jump in that ring. You know what I'm saying? I just was leaking again and had to get cataracts, whatever the fuck. He jump in that ring with Fundora or motherfucking Tszyu son, whatever the fuck his name is. That shit he ain't gonna go good. Those Spence days is done. So all these people sitting here talking about, oh yeah, I got Spence. Nigga, really, why? Y'all don't even know what
One
type
fight,
of
one bad
no,
fight.
no,
You
it ain't
just write him
one.
off.
No, one bad accident. One bad accident.
But he
You know what
looked
I'm
good after
saying?
the
Like,
accident against
yeah,
Ugas, against Danny Garcia.
but hey, I got posts on the shit on my non-successful channel. I got motherfucking videos showing, like, you know, like why I think that he gonna get dog walked from those 2 fights that he had on his return. Nigga getting hit in the motherfucking face. That his mouthpiece flew up, but he thought it was his teeth. That nigga not right. You know what I'm saying? And all of these people sitting here vouching and making this shit okay. Like, you motherfuckers talking about possibly dropping belts and all that bitch shit to get him another motherfucking payday. Y'all gonna be real disappointed on this one. And for the back channel people, you know us betters, I got money on it. So no matter who he fight, Fundora or Tszyu, I got them beating him. Not because he suck or nothing like that, because his engine ain't right no more. That's a rebuilt engine. Mr. Lego Man, they had to put those pieces back together.